Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Ha, yeah, I've been in your rapping boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. On the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandals. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you could never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
All right. Good evening. This is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. Shout out to everybody that came in here, man. This is a tribute tonight to the great Archie Moore. Last night was the anniversary of his passing. Today we're celebrating probably one of the greatest light heavyweight championship fights ever, Archie Moore and Yvon Durelle. And it's also kind of a sad day. I got Paul Gallander, man. This guy is a historian. He was on my show once before. He's an expertise with Sonny Liston, and he also with Archie Moore. And Jay Marie, she was here last night. She graced us, and she's going to be here again tonight. But anyway, before I start this, man, I want to say something. I found out that one of our friends here, man, Bobby Ches, man, former light heavyweight cruiserweight champion of the world, has come down with brain cancer. And I want to speak up. I saw this today. I had it up. It's on my community page. This is a this is a charity, man. This is a boxing organization in New York. LI Boxing. I don't know exactly who the charity is, but they're matching funds for Bobby. I think this is Long Island Boxing, man. And anyway, I just found out about this today. I'm still really shaken up about it, but anyway, man, prayers and thoughts for Bobby Ches, and let's see how this develops. Bobby's a fighter, and man, let's hope Bobby gets through this. But anyway, I'm gonna bring Paul up here. Sure. After hearing that, that's always a great way to be introduced. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. For anybody that doesn't know who you are, man, let's introduce you to the people out there, man. Please.
Well, I'm an author. Most notably, I wrote what I believe to be the definitive biography of former heavyweight champ Charles Sonny Liston, and I researched the man's life beginning like in 1978, and I continue to research. I published his biography in 2012, and then in 2022, I published an actually better revised biography, which solves all of the mysteries, the major mysteries surrounding Sonny's life and career, when he was born, when and how he died, and of course the two Ali fights. So that's what I'm most proud of. And if anybody thinks of Sonny Liston, you want to think of me at the same time, I will have accomplished.
Yeah, let me see if Paul was on my show. Again, I guess it's a couple of years now. Time does pass, but I'm going to see if I'm going to see if I can find your book, because I don't have that many famous authors on here where I would have a copy of their book, but I think I do somewhere in here.
Well,
anyway,
you look up Sonny Liston books, you'll find it. So
before the show's over, we'll we'll get it out there, man. We'll just let people know because I mean, Paul told me some stories on the life, the mysterious death of Sonny Liston, and it's, man, it'll curl your hair even if you're shined on top like I am. It is. It's an amazing read. Some people say it's nonsense. Other people swear by it. It's great controversy. And this man has dedicated his life to the life, pretty much to the life of Sonny Liston. So I mean, there's no stones unturned. And I mean, read it.
Let me just say, Bruce, all I'm interested in is the truth. You know, I'm not saying Sonny Liston was a saint, and all of his shortcomings have been written about quite a bit. But I tried to learn as much as I could about him. And I just want to say that, you know, I have a very high opinion of Sonny Liston's talent. I rank him in second only to Ali in the heavyweights, although I think he was more talented than Ali because he was a really, really good boxer. And I'm just trying to give the guy an even break. I'm trying to be the representative, the advocate, the manager, the friend, the advisor that he never had. And if he had, despite his shortcomings, he could have achieved a hell of a lot more. He would have won the title a lot sooner because there was no reason why he should have waited 30 months from the time he first became number one contender to the time that he fought Patterson for the title. So one thing that you said, I'm famous. I have not achieved that status yet.
Well, next to me, you're definitely famous, and you know, I mean, you're a published author, and your book, I mean, it's no comic book. It's your life's work. It's a reading, and just the talk that we had, it's so insightful. But anyway, man, Jay Marie just stepped onto the stage. I think that might be Leon Mohammed in the back there. I'm not sure, but somebody else is in here, man.
I'm
My sister Jay Marie.
hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Hey, you know, people.
Never been better.
I've been on a couple of chat rooms today, and people already said, "Hey, look at this shit, man. He had Archie Moore's daughter on there last night." And I said to him, "Hey, I got another date with her tonight, man. She's coming on tonight. We're gonna celebrate the anniversary of one of the greatest light heavyweight fights of all time." And Paul's also an expertise at your dad too. So I mean, I'm not gonna say anything tonight.
Yeah, he's an Archie Moore historian. But listen, how do I get this out to um my followers and listeners? My friend Laverne is on from Atlanta, but she's in the studio opposed to being able to be in the chat. Or can she just be there and it's okay?
Yeah, she can be there, and it's okay. Is that LV? Is that who's in the studio right now?
That's Laverne. Uh-huh.
Okay, because I didn't know who it was. I thought it might have been Leon, because I sent Leon a link, and I thought for the first time he might click it, and we might get Leon in here. So, you know, if Laverne wants to stay there or go into the chat and speak in the chat, whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, it's fine. She's fine. um Okay, so are you playing the film or excerpt?
Oh, I got a call. You guys keep going. It's my friend Turbo Tim. Go ahead. You guys keep going.
Oh, tell Terrible Tim to come in.
Well, it's so nice to be amongst boxing royalty here, Jay Marie.
Well, thank you. Well, you've done a lot of research and um, studying about both Sonny Liston and Archie Moore. So that's you picked two good ones.
I couldn't have picked two
Just
better
put me
ones.
on, okay? Okay.
Two of the greatest
I got
fighters
my
of all
big.
time.
Hey everybody, how you
I
doing?
mean, we got a full house here. I got two-time
God.
heavyweight champion, well, Terrible Tim Witherspoon over here now, man. I mean, we're rocking,
Hey
baby.
everybody.
How you doing?
Hey, Tim.
Hi, fine. I went to two. I only can stay on for like 20. I'm usually a regular. So I went to two gyms today, and I went and got some groceries, and I got to cook for my little daughter.
Oh, okay, okay. That's
Right.
good.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
nice.
pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
Tim, that
Okay.
I
That's
got
Archie. That's Archie. Archie Moore's
Daughter.
daughter.
man. I was with him too. He was a cool and calm. He was a good boxer. But I was with him at different. He was training. Who was he training? Bruce. He
George
was training.
Foreman.
No,
Okay, George Foreman, and there's somebody else he was training too.
he trained Foreman, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad,
Eddie
Ernie.
Mustafa. I was Eddie Mustafa, sparring partner.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, and I was around him, man. Nice, quiet, nice brother. That was my man.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you remember? What do you remember about Archie? What sticks out about
He was
him, his
really
character, whatever?
he was really nice, calm. I don't know what I don't know what his daughters say, but was really nice and calm. I never seen him get upset. Maybe got upset when he was younger. You know, he was older then. I was just overwhelmed about being around him, and I was champ. But everybody heard so much about him, and he was a really slick boxer.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
his skills. I love his skills, slipping and delivering them shots. But he
yeah,
didn't talk that much when we was like around Eddie Mustafa and all that, having fun in California and other places.
yeah.
To me, he didn't really talk that much. You know, he talked.
He wasn't a big talker.
Okay,
Talk to him
okay,
something, and it usually had to be boxing. But the thing is, he was a great listener.
okay,
So
okay.
after fun, he could break down every person's personality, what they would do in the ring, everything, and he would at the next day to the gym.
Yep.
So he tell coach, well, Eddie Mustafa, he would tell him, um, what to do based on the conversation that he saw y'all have.
Yes, because I was his sparring partner. I was Eddie's sparring partner,
Yeah.
young up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
was like overwhelmed being around him, man. I was like, wow, man. I'm around the champ, the heavyweight champ that he fought Ali, right? Yeah.
He
Yeah.
fought.
He fought Clay. He fought Cassius Clay in
Right.
1962.
Right. Oh, it was Cassius Clay then,
Yeah, and
right?
he was. Oh yeah, he was Cassius Clay until February 26th.
Okay.
He won the title as Cassius Clay. He would, he wanted to change his name, and it was changed about 10 days later. But
Oh,
and he fought
Let me,
Marciano too.
let me say hi to people out in the chat because somebody just made a comment. They just said, Don said, he said, I spit my food out every day in honor of Archie Moore to keep lean.
yo, man, it's just a pleasure, a
Let
privilege.
me, let, me, let me shout out to everybody that came in here listening to us, man, because it's an honor. I mean, I got an all-star panel. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Paul Gallander, J. Marie Moore, and LV Don. I don't know who LV is,
Hey,
but
Marie. Okay.
That's
but
Booker.
man, Christopher's in here, man. Dan's in here. De Niro Sparta's in here, man. Let's see, man. 86 boxing, my brother. Salute to you, man. Appreciate it, man. Don't want to leave it. Mr. Gumbo, my bro. Thank you for coming by. Hey, quality all the way. Okay, man. I got the introductions out of the way. Tim, we're here, and we're here to honor tonight's the anniversary of Archie's fight with Yvon Durelle. This was, they said, the greatest light heavyweight fight of all time. Archie got knocked out 3 times in the first round. Oh, unbelievable.
I'm just a privilege of being Muhammad Ali's sparring partner, being around Archie Moore, being around all those guys when they were going on the way out. I got all that knowledge from
Yeah,
all of them. Georgie
sure.
Benton, Archie Moore, all those guys, right? And I got the knowledge in me now that they left. You
Wow.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just started boxing. I didn't think about being champion. I just started boxing because I'm an athlete. I was a football player. And I wound up heavyweight champion of the world, meeting all these famous guys, man. I'm blessed. And
Yeah.
just to be around all of them, man, I give the credit to them.
Sure. Yeah.
And Tim,
That made my life, man.
you're filming a documentary now, Tim?
Yeah, we're doing real quick. We're doing a documentary because there's so many different areas where we could bring people the interest that people when they hear about. I was in England, I was in Ireland, I was in America. I sparred with Ali. I knew stuff about Ali and his wife, a couple of things about him and Veronica. There's a whole big thing. So we're going to try to put that together, and so everybody can enjoy a documentary and have some good and bad stuff in it. And I'm going to say this about Don King, everybody, that I know he did bad to a lot of people. He did bad to me. I went to England and knocked Frank Bruno out in the 11th round, and he went home with like $1 million something, and I went home with 200,000. But I got to go on with my life. You still have life to live, so I'm not gonna be dwelling on it. I love everybody. I love Don, but I don't like the stuff that he did. But in order for me to enjoy the rest of my life, I'm gonna let all that go and just keep on going forward and doing stuff like this. We're on Bruce Gas show and we having fun. And I'm meeting Archie Moore's. I'm meeting his daughter. This is daughter. And who's that? Paul.
Paul Gallagher. Yep.
Oh, so I'm looking forward to the rest of them. I'll be 57. No, wait a minute. I'll be 67. I'm going too fast. I'm sorry. I'll be 67. I'm not going to waste the rest of my time negative things with people and stuff. I'm going to try to enjoy it.
Yeah,
you got that exactly right.
I'm just going to enjoy it with everybody, man.
Yeah. Listen, Tim. Paul Gallagher, he is a historian first on Sonny Liston. And he wrote a book on Sonny Liston. And he's a historian on Archie Moore.
Paul? Is it Paul?
Yeah.
Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
okay.
So you got to get his book on, and it's incredible. I mean,
so we're gonna watch the fight that he had with Yvon Durelle up in Montreal, and Paul can give us some background on that fight. Jay Marie can talk us to that fight. Leon was supposed to come on today. I talked to him a couple of times earlier.
The man. Leon knows everything.
Well, last night we did a show with Leon last night, and Leon called me up and he thanked me. He said that was the best show I ever did. It was a great show. Jay Marie, myself, Leon. Was it just the three of us?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what I had for dinner a few hours ago.
That's a shame.
But man, we had such a good show last night. And Leon called me up and he told me, he goes, man, Bruce Gas, that was the best interview I had, man. Everything went good, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to talk about the fight, and Leon's not here.
He knows everything.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he will be. Let me just add one thing. You said it's possibly the greatest light heavyweight fight of all time. No, that fight may have been the greatest fight of all time, and a lot of people will tell you that. Well, the first Moore Durelle fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
66 years ago. 66 years ago today, Tim. You were 1 year old. I was 3 years old. We're not going to ask Jamie how old she was or wasn't. Paul's a senior OG over here. He was 10. You're still looking real sharp, champ.
Yes.
We both have coming up in the next
Joan Moore was pregnant with Jay Marie at the time of that fight.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So
we can do the math. We can
What? Yeah, she was born a couple of months later.
Yeah, we can do some background or during the excerpts of the fight, Bruce.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to bring it up. We don't even have to. We'll just bring this up here on the screen,
okay.
And you can see Viceroy Cigarettes is the sponsor of the fight.
Cigarettes, ew. I tried them a long time ago. I could never smoke them. I was like, phew, that was some crazy stuff.
But imagine them sponsoring light heavyweight championship. And Paul, this was what was the organizations that sanctioned this fight as a light heavyweight fight? You know?
At the time, well, everybody knew he was champ. So what did you have at the time? You had the NBA, National Boxing Association, which became the WBA. Of course, you had Ring Magazine. And this fight was held at the Montreal Forum, and it was the
Wow.
first fight that was televised in the United States. It was held in another country.
Say that
And
again. Say that again.
It was the first fight held outside of the United States that was televised in the United States.
Wow.
And so there was a huge audience, just a huge audience for it. And it was cold in that arena. It was real cold because they play hockey in that arena. So underneath, you got the ice emanating up. So, Archie noted that.
And was Archie in foreign territory for this fight? Was he the black hat? Was he the bad guy?
Well,
I don't think so. Go ahead, Jay.
Country. So he was fighting on Yvon Durelle's turf. So imagine the stadium is full of Yvon Durelle fans. Because the thing, and Tim can tell you this, the thing that's sad about the United States is that we don't stick behind our athletes. When they're athletes from, be it the London, how good.
Is something wrong with her?
Yeah, your mic is fading in and out, Jay.
Oh, why? They don't know. They just stick behind their athletes. If you're fighting somebody from, say, you're fighting Lennox Lewis, well, everybody from England and Canada, of course, are going to be for Lennox Lewis.
She's right. She is 100% right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then they start, I got Witherspoon, and then some, well, I don't have him. I like, such and such from, I like Lennox Lewis. Well, you're American. No, we need to stick behind him no matter what, And I mean, just like say with the Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight, every Filipino known to man was behind that,
She's right.
Oh yeah, hey man.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm from Rhode Island, Vinnie Paz country. When Vinnie Paz fought at the Providence Civic Center, I mean, he had Joe Frazier Jr. there, and they were booing Joe Frazier Jr. I felt bad, but it's just the way the hometown is at some places. And I was just wondering if it was hostile towards Archie at this.
Well, she's 100% right.
I don't think it was.
No, go ahead.
The thing is, you didn't have people could root for Durelle without rooting against Archie Moore, because Archie fought in 13 or 14 different countries, and everyone loved him. So it was hard to root against the guy. Of course, you want to see your countryman win. But Archie entered that ring that night with a lot of respect from the people in the audience, and he left the ring with respect
that was
by everyone in the world.
That was
a truly remarkable fight.
No, she has a point, because I spend a lot of time in England, a lot of time in Ireland, and they support their sportsmen 100%. I mean, everybody's screaming. It's not like America. She has a point. It's not, you can't tell if they're 100%. Because when I was over England, they'd be having everything. They'd be like, and
you even mentioned that they were going to kill you after the fight. They chased.
No, I understand that. After I knocked out Frank Bruno in the 11th round, and we went back to the dressing room, they were trying to ram the doors in with big, long trees. They're trying to knock it in to get us. And Ali saved our life. He told them it was like 2,000 people, maybe 1,000, 1,500. I mean 1,500, and they was ramming the door trying to get us. Ali told them to open the door up. And we was like, "You crazy, Ali, don't do it." He said, "Open the door up." And when you open the door up, it was like 2,000 people out there. And he said, "Go away. The fight is over." Don't you know they stopped throwing weapon stuff they had. They started throwing it. They got calm and they started walking away. You see the power one person could have. We could have got killed. Somebody could have got killed that night after I knocked Frank Bruno out. They were going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for that story. That's a wonderful story.
It
is. They were going crazy. Somebody would have got hurt really bad if Ali didn't go to that door, because the door was getting ready to break in, and he told the security, get back, get move out the way. He said, lift that. It was like a little wood that you lift up, and then the door opened. And then when they opened the door and saw Muhammad, they stopped, and they ran away. But if he wasn't there, somebody would have lost their life.
It would have been a
Because the
wrap.
door was getting ready, Jay, the door was getting ready to come in.
Wow.
It was getting ready to come
You
in.
know,
Ready to break in.
that wasn't an isolated incident on behalf of Ali, because after he was suspended, after he couldn't fight,
Suspended for what?
he can't. For evading the draft.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
He couldn't fight. Yeah, technically he wasn't suspended, but he certainly couldn't fight, and he couldn't leave the country to fight, which is a real shame too. And they wouldn't let him do any exhibitions. But when he was in California, and he came down to San Diego and got together with Jay Marie's dad, and so they're in a park with about 2,000 people who came out to see Muhammad, and there was a white reporter and a white cameraman, and they were about to get beat up and assaulted, and there were a lot of words that were hurled at them.
Wow.
When Ali stepped in and he said, "Stop! I invited them here. What are you doing?" It's like they were afraid of, two white guys with metal objects in their hands, and so he said, when the reporter asked him about it, said, "That's happened to me before. I've had to do that before." So yeah, you had two guys there.
Oh, so
Ali
that's
stepped
another
in
time.
first.
That's another time.
If Archie had stepped in first, they would have stopped too, because nobody ignored Archie Moore, and nobody ignored Muhammad Ali either.
Yeah. Wow, that's the first time I'm hearing that. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I know. I mean, and I figured you'd want to hear that, because that's the first time I heard your story, and it just fits together, which is good.
How about this event here? Want to talk about leading up to this event, Paul?
What event?
The light heavyweight championship of the world, the fight of the century. Some say, Paul says the greatest fight of all time. Let's roll it, man. Let's roll it here. This is 1958. On this day,
1 year before I was born. Yeah. No, 1 year after I was born. I was like,
we were all little either memories or soon to be's or whatever at this era.
See, that's my style too. That's my style. Look at that. That's my style.
Pay attention to this first round.
Okay, that's my style, like too. But mine's is tighter. His is more looser. Okay.
What's not generally known is that Durelle's people had put extra padding into the canvas, which, because he was a plotter,
make you slower.
Right. So Archie's knows that he has to adjust to that, because he's not a plotter, and that's part of the reason probably why he got caught.
Wow. Okay, I know the difference. Whoa! Look at that. I know the difference. When you have a certain thing underneath the canvas of the ring, they call it fast or slow. Go ahead, Bruce.
Oh man, the action on this first round is unbelievable.
I don't like a slow ring where they got a lot of cushion on. I like one where it's flat and you move fast. This is a slow one.
Right.
And you fight different, Bruce. You fight different when there's too much padding versus just a regular hard ground. I like the hard ground where you can move around.
Archie's in a world of shit right now, man.
Okay.
Watch this.
What kind of canvas is it?
Okay.
A slip.
What kind of canvas was down there?
Yeah, I think that was ruled a slip later.
Oh, that wasn't.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's watch the fight. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, man. Nobody's dissects.
No, the canvas means a lot. It means a lot because I like the canvas where I can move a lot instead of too much of that cushion on it. I like the hard ones where you can get around and move fast and punch hard.
Sure. Yeah. So did Archie, and There was a minute left in that round after that third knockdown.
Let's get
Unfortunately, there was no 3 knockdown rule.
The referee, former heavyweight champion of the world, Jack Sharkey.
Okay. Jay, you was going to say something?
Yeah, I'm going to have him pause.
Now we're at the end of the round.
Okay, so basically, Tim, what Paul was talking about is number one, there's a standard for how much padding can be in a ring, period. How the tension on the ropes, period. Okay, so because Durrell is a stalker fighter, like Bruno, you know what I'm saying? He's a stalker. Uh, and they just, like Joe Frazier, those are stalkers. Um, George Foreman, wherein Dad or you were more like Dad, sticking, moving, bobbing, weaving, getting around, getting in, getting out of there, and things like that. So you need a ring that's tight, okay? But if you're fighting in someone else's country again, what are they going to do? They're going to fix that ring for who? The countryman, the hometown. So they put extra padding in the ring for Durrell. Had nothing to do with Dad. It was to slow him down so Durrell would be able to catch him.
I believe that.
Okay. The same thing with the ropes. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about it, but most ropes were loosened for
Okay.
Ali because of the rope-a-dope, which he actually was not doing. When I can explain that, or Paul can explain that later. But because he leaned back on the ropes and he needed to lean way back. You
I
can't
don't think that he really cared about the ropes, but you can keep on. I'm just saying, keep on talking. But I don't think Ali cared about the ropes. He never talked about the ropes or nothing around me or something like that. But you definitely have a point. Them ropes and the canvas. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
talk about it. That's for his team to talk about. That's not for the boxer. The boxer's not going to say, make my canvas, pad my.
I never heard him say that, and I was his sparring partner, and I was around him a lot, but I never heard him talk about the canvas or the ropes or anything like
Well,
that.
they
But
wouldn't want to talk about that. They
no,
wouldn't want to make
they
that
would let.
public.
I was right there with him. I helped him. Well, I helped him find. I helped. I went down to. We went down to this club and found out Veronica not was cheating on him, but she was dancing with some other guy. And Ali told me and this one of my associates, Aaron Snowell, to go down there. And we found her dancing with this other guy, and we went and got Ali and drove him down there. And he broke it up, and and I felt bad about it because Veronica, I like her too, but we drove down in the car. It's up in Dare Lake where the boxing camp is, and we drove. I didn't mean to change the subject, but we drove down there. We drove down there. We went to the disco. We found them. We found them together, but they wasn't kissing or nothing like that. They was like standing there in the dance thing, and then Ali took her back to the camp, and I don't know what kind of discipline or whatever happened, but that's what it. So I feel bad about that. Though I feel bad. Yeah, that's something that he made me do. Ali made me do it. Me and Aaron Snowell.
Yeah, I know, Aaron.
I would
You
have
know
done it too.
Aaron, right?
So
Uh,
did he dance with his wife?
Huh? That's who went down there. Me and Aaron, we was at Ali's camp, and we went down there. He suspected Veronica, like, trying to like maybe go out and dance too much and all that. So we went down there, and she was dancing with this guy. So we went back to the camp and got Ali and Muhammad in the car, and we drove down there. So when we got to the club, we went in there and we found her, and we said she right there, and he went and got her and took her out the club and went back to Muhammad Ali's camp.
Yeah,
Bros
I
before
was
hoes.
wondering if
I felt bad about it
I was
because
wondering if Ali ever danced
huh?
with Veronica. I was
What'd you
wondering if
say?
Ali used to dance with his wife. Did Ali
I don't
dance
know.
with his wife?
Ali can't dance, I don't think. He can dance in the ring.
Well, he couldn't. He couldn't ring.
You never saw
Okay.
Ali on the disco, huh?
No, and he didn't go, but there was the place called, I forgot the name of it. It was like about 3 miles from the Muhammad Ali training camp up in Deer Lake. And we would go down there. We, after working hard, we would go down there, maybe drink a beer or sit around and then come back to the camp. A lot of the boxers would go down there and they dance. And there's people from a town called Pottsville. Pottsville's another 3 miles away from there, and they would all come up to the camp. So I just went. He made me go down there. Me and Aaron go down there, and we did see something that wasn't really cool. And we went back up to the camp and got Muhammad. We got in the car and drove down to the club, and he busted her. She wasn't doing. She was dancing with him, and then we whipped his behind.
I can see it,
2 days
Tim.
later, we sparred with him, or the next day we sparred, and Ali sparred him and tore his behind up. And then he left. He left the camp. He left the camp.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. He was like a cruiserweight or like
Oh, he
almost a
was
late.
one of the sparring partners?
That
Yeah, she just was down there dancing with him, and we thought that he maybe was like trying to go too far with it, and everything. But so we was
Ali,
mad.
Ali told him what to do. Ali told you what to do. You got to do what Ali
I
tells
did
you to
it. So
do.
we went down there. We drove down there.
Go see if
We
she's being
seen
good.
it. They was too close together. We went and got Ali. He went down there to the club and not dragged her, but made her come out the club. And they went back to the camp. I don't know what kind of discipline or what kind of whatever they did, but I felt bad afterwards because Veronica was really nice to me, and Layla and Hannah, they were good for. They was little kids, but and I love them little girls. They were really cool, and Layla was quiet. See how she is now? When she was a little girl, Layla wouldn't say nothing. She would just sit there quiet. But Hannah was everywhere. Hannah was everywhere. So, and now Layla is a boxer. I couldn't believe it because she was so quiet and everything. And now she's just so out there and not out there,
Yeah.
but she's really will speak for
Yeah.
herself.
Well,
So that's what happened. That's what happened, Paul, down there at the
okay.
camp.
Okay.
We had fun though. We had fun.
I'm gonna pull this fight back
If,
up.
yeah.
I think
But
Jimmy
you would have thought.
I think Archie Moore came up there
Yeah.
too. I think. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Paul.
Sure. I'm sure he did. No, go ahead. Let's watch the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think, all right, man.
Naya,
Was the first
come here.
round?
Go ahead. Oh, where did she leave?
No, I'm still here. People are
Okay.
asking me. People are asking me how to come on your show,
Get
Bruce.
my drink.
How other people can come on here?
No, they don't want to come. They want to listen. So I
Oh,
need a link.
just go on to YouTube. I'll drop it. I'll drop it in the private chat, and you can give it to the people. But if they just go to YouTube and
Okay.
let's see if you can transfer this. I'm going to go into the private chat. Let's see, how do I
I
do
do
this?
some of the moves that your dad do. But we kind of like made it a little bit more sharper. I see the way he do. I'll keep my hands up. I keep my hands up a little higher, and he keep them down low. But my trainer told me to keep them up higher when your hands. Oh snap! I dropped my bottle. With my hands. Okay, hold on. He has this hand across his stomach, and then he has this hand up here. Mine's are more tighter. But if you look in the video, um, brother Archie his is more looser than mine's. The modern
Yeah.
day, yeah, my trainer taught me that. His is more
Well, I
looser.
mean, my dad carried. He carried one hand low, one arm low,
Okay,
because he
yeah,
was really comfortable and he knew his own timing as to how long precisely it would take to come
okay.
up and execute. Said jab. But he kept his left up at all times. But that
But you
right
mean
he
this?
held around his hip.
You mean this here? He kept it down to his stomach.
Well, that was the peekaboo. So,
What
wait, let
you
me put my
mean like
phone up,
this?
because so you can understand it, Tim, better than anybody. Okay, so you're talking about boxer. You know, I was a boxer first, right? I'm boxing
Oh, okay. Okay.
order of a champion to box. Okay, so basically with dad, we kept his hand like this. Okay, this enables your forearm kind of go like yours. So not, so you're like this.
Yeah, I put it over top on my forehead, not down here. I put it up here.
Okay, right. So thing this is the man who you have to be comfortable for doing.
Your mic's chopping up again, Jay Marie.
Okay, you have to do what's comfortable for you and your own body, your fight. But what he would is he cook.
Yeah.
Wow,
That,
this is really good information, but you keep coming in and out. This is stuff I would
yeah.
love to hear, man.
Then got a jet in here. He catch it.
Wow, I can't really
Yeah,
hear you. And
yeah,
this
Jay
is
Marie,
I
your microphone is chopping up. Maybe if you went out and came back in, it might clear up. A lot of times it
yeah,
does that.
this is really crucial stuff. I would love to hear.
Well, she gonna come right back in again,
Okay.
and we'll put this fight on until she does come in. Paul, take us over with this fight here. That's the end of the first round. Archie was down 3 times. It's
Wow.
unbelievable that they didn't stop the
Yeah,
fight.
watch him walking back to his corner. I mean, he's using all the strength he can just to get to his stool. But he
Did
told
he
his
win this
cornerman, he
fight?
says, "I'm
Did he
okay."
win it? Did he win it?
Uh, yeah, yeah, he won it. He knocked out Durelle in the 11th round.
Whoa.
It
Okay. All right.
What's the
yeah,
Diamond
no,
Palace?
that
What's Diamond Palace
what's the what?
Importers? Diamond Palace Importers, San Diego. Our cornermen all
Um,
have tickets.
well,
Must be, must be when
it
Archie.
was a business that paid him to wear that robe, you know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I wasn't living in San Diego at the time, although I was 10 years old. I
I
guess I should have
just
been.
wonder if that was one of Archie's.
People are wondering how many
Here we
how
go.
many total knockouts Archie had, and Archie always said he had 140, and Jay Marie says he had 145. So as does I think the ring record book. So that's what I go with.
You just answered a question somebody asked out there. Somebody wanted to know if any of his fights went unreported or how many knockouts he had, total knockouts he had.
That they can't find.
Yeah. Well, some of them did.
But I did want to say correctly.
I want to. I'm going to hold this while we're talking. Go ahead.
Left was the peak and the turtle shell. Okay, so basically keeping one arm here, one arm here. Look on top, right, and look in between. Okay, yes. Okay, so now if somebody shoots a jab in between there, trying to come in, what would you catch it? Exactly, catch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so and then
Would he throw the left hook behind it when he catch it?
hook off a jab, hook off a jab.
Okay. Okay. Hook off a jab. Okay.
Okay, and so then, the other thing was talk a lot about, or even Floyd Mayweather said that he invented the shoulder roll. Well,
No, he didn't invent the shoulder roll. He didn't invent that. That been there way before he was born.
right, exactly. So actually, because somebody questioned him and said, "Well, no, that was Archie Moore that did the shoulder roll," and he said, "Yeah, but he did it first."
No,
Okay,
there was a lot of boxers in Philly doing the shoulder roll way back when I was little.
but see, a lot of people like to give Philly credit, and they did not.
That microphone, damn.
Yo, this is really important. This is really good stuff, and I would like to hear her, man.
I know that microphone, Jay Marie.
Wow.
We can hear you good for about a minute, and all of a sudden it starts chopping up, and it's like all that wisdom is going out the window.
And the fans would love to hear this too.
I don't know what to do.
Okay,
maybe you should move to a different room.
Yeah. Maybe just move to a different spot in the room. Do a little Archie Moore left and right, weaving and bobbing.
Slim taught me a lot of that. Slim taught me that defense and offense is very important. One is just as important as the other. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, what I was saying was, a lot of, East Coast, I get it. You guys want to capitalize on it. Like they call the Philly shell.
Let me tell you what the Philly shell is, guys. Somebody made, real quick, so Jay could talk. Somebody made the Philly shell up after I retired. I never heard the Philly shell when I was fighting. I was around all these trainers, Georgie Benton, everybody, Slim Robinson. Nobody never said to me nothing about the Philly shell. Somebody made that name up that don't know how to fight, and now everybody following. The Philly shell is this.
Well,
it's not all this. It's not all this stuff. This is the Philly shell.
Exactly.
That's all.
But let me explain to you. First of all, you have Archie Moore, right? That's the peekaboo. Okay.
You're breaking up.
Wow, this is beautiful. If she could get that mic, this is beautiful, man.
Maybe you can go closer to the mic.
Like this?
One of the things.
Try it.
And what she would tell you also is that what Archie did develop was the double shoulder roll.
Right. So that's what I was going. The point I was.
Let me see what that is.
Okay, so that when you do a shoulder roll, I have the phone in my hand. I don't know if you can see, but when you do a shoulder roll, okay, can you do a double shoulder roll? That's what Archie Moore did. He did a double.
I don't know what that is. Maybe rolling this way, then rolling that way. Is that a double?
I can't see you. I don't see you. Hi.
Is it this way, then roll that way, or just like do two like that? What was it? What was it?
Over your shoulder.
I don't know about a double shoulder roll. I'm really good at defense, but I would like to see that.
Okay, well, I have that on. Well, YouTube actually has that.
Let me
Archie
see it.
Moore with the double, doing a double. You can see any of his fights.
I don't know.
A double shoulder roll. And then wait, let me tell you something.
I would think that's impossible, but let's check it out.
Exactly. It is impossible unless you're Archie Moore. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the quote Philly shell was invented by Monroe Harrison. It's called the turtle shell. And he invented it for Archie Moore. That was his trainer back then. It's called the turtle shell. So imagine a turtle, they hide themselves behind this. Again, your forearms have to have enough girth so your whole body can hide behind this position with two hands, of course. I'm holding my phone. And this way it can't. All they're doing is hitting your forearms. They can't get in. They can't get to your face. Now you have eggs. Right, you're right, but put your elbows closer together. Hide behind it.
No, that's what I'm doing. This is the shell.
Closer.
This is the Philly shell.
No, closer. I don't know about no Philly shell.
No, what I'm saying to you is that I was down there.
I know.
I witnessed the old heads in Philly doing the real Philly shell. That's where it came from. I lived in Philly. I lived in South Philly. Let me speak for like 10 seconds. Okay. I lived in South Philly where all the dudes was doing the Philly shell, and all the Philly shell was this. There wasn't all this stuff. Now go ahead.
No, I get that, but that was not the Philly shell.
I'm telling you what the Philly shell was. Now go ahead.
No. I know. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying 20 years before that.
I think she's saying it's not the proper way to do the Philly shell.
It's not.
No, wait. Okay. Now we're going too far. The Philly shell was developed after after. They wasn't calling it the Philly Shell till after Archie Moore and all their era.
Exactly.
You never
Exactly.
heard the Philly Shell till 20 years
The-
after that. Go ahead.
right.
I'm sorry, Jay.
So Archie Moore did the turtle shell. It got lost
Okay.
along the way because people could not execute it. Philly picks it up and they decide to coin it the Philly shell. And that's what it's been. Even now, they still call it the Philly shell. They give no credit to the mongoose.
No, he might have got it from there because everybody
How
in
did
Philly.
he in
Let me explain. Let me
1940
explain. Let me
get it from
explain.
Philly?
Let me
Okay, go ahead.
explain. They were doing the Philly Shell in Philly way before they was doing this, the shell, long time ago. Not the modern time. And all the Philly shell is this. So now if you explain to us the Philly shell, all the Philly shell is this.
I
Now you're
like
gonna
I
have to
said.
find a name out for all this other stuff. But this is the Philly shell.
I understand what you're saying, but
This is the shell.
before Philly even came on the scene with that, Archie Moore was doing it decades before the Philly shell. It was called the turtle shell.
Show me what it was. Because Philly had all the good teachers and then technology and all that. Philly had it.
What year?
All Philly had it. They had the good teachers and everything.
What year?
I don't care what year you name it. There was boxing. Go ahead, sister. Let's see what you let's see.
Archie was doing it in the 50s.
Dang. You doing it in the 40s and the 50s. Philly was
Mhm.
40.
Oh, there goes the mic again. You got to hold it, J. Marie.
So it's
Well,
modified. Modified more better now. The defense that you're talking about wasn't called the Philly Shell back then.
no, it wasn't. I don't think
Right.
it. I don't.
So you got to find a name for
I
what
don't.
he was doing.
I don't feel that you can improve on. You say it's just this,
That is. That was the Philly Shell. This. That's
and
it.
what else? But
That's it.
you're wide open.
I'm from South Philly, and all the old heads and everybody, when they say go in your shell, they mean this. Now
Okay.
all this other stuff, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Somebody that don't know what they talking about started calling this the Philly shell. But
Oh
the
no.
Philly shell is all the Philly shell is this. Don't that make sense? You're going into a shell. But all this, it can't be no shell because you're moving. This is the shell. Elbows against your body, this against your temple, and then you right there catching the shots and you can counter back. That's the Philly shell. But everybody got it all messed up
Yeah.
by doing this and doing that. That's not the Philly shell. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, Jay.
Off that, but what I know about turtle shell is
They didn't start calling it the Philly shell till after I was retired. So they wasn't doing it when your dad was born or when your dad was living and stuff. They wasn't calling saying Philly shell.
no.
But
It was
somebody made it up after I retired. Like 3 or 4 years after I retired, I started hearing Philly shell. But I never heard it. My trainer never said it. Georgie Benson never said it. Hank Doran, Joe Frazier, George Foreman. Nobody never said Philly shell. I heard it 4 or 5 years after I retired.
that's what I do. So it was first put out there
What
by.
she's saying is the technique was there before. Just because they named it,
It doesn't there.
we
Okay.
should
It
get
was
back to the
So
fight.
that's not the Philly shell with brother Archie was doing. The Philly shell is just this.
no. He was doing the turtle shell, and that's what he did. He hid. Look at any of his footage. He hid behind. Okay. What happened was had a and they cut stomach,
Ah, the microphone. You
crouched down,
can't.
and to
You're wasting your breath, J. Marie. Nobody can hear you. It's chopping up.
okay. So what happened was So this is how the turtle shell began. Okay, Archie Moore had a surgery, and they cut around his stomach muscles, but he still wanted to fight. His trainer, Monroe Harrison, beat out a old license plate and put in his trunks. Okay. And they invented the turtle shell, thus letting the champ hide behind his two arms and his elbows because of the length from his wrists to his elbows. He could crouch and hide that surgery. Okay, he could protect it. He could protect himself. That's how it started. And he just incorporated it after he healed. And so, with all his other arsenal, including the peekaboo, and that's what they called it, he called it, and the turtle shell, that is pretty much was the premise of Archie Moore and his slick type of boxing and his ring generalship.
Okay. Okay.
So, you want to pick up the rest of the fight?
Absolutely, man. I'm being knocked into a spell just listening to these two guys. Feeling that knowledge. And
let me tell you,
I got Paul the historian up here.
Well, let me say this to you: the defense that he was doing is modified much more in different ways right today. So he had his hands a little bit too looser. Now they're more tighter. Now, go ahead. We'll check it out.
And it's left that he carries low.
Your daughter must be getting hungry, Tim.
Now see where his hand. Yeah, she is. She on the phone. She's from England. She's talking to some people. I hear her back there talking. Now look at Archie Moore. Left hand is not against his stomach.
Yeah, he carries it low. He carries.
Yeah, I did too all the time. Okay, he's got it, but that jab, that left hand should be against his stomach, and the right hand should be right on top of that glove. If you understand what I mean, he's doing really good. He's doing good, but we modified that style. We modified that stomach. That left hand should be across his stomach, and the right hand should be on top of the glove. If you understand, like this.
I know what like I'm 1-3 board, but this is what worked for him. This is what gave him 145 knockouts. So if somebody has 145 knockouts or more, then they can't tell me how Archie Moore should be fighting. Because this is the blueprint. This is the.
No, you're right. You're right.
You can't modify the Rolex.
He did.
Yeah. This here fight, this guy
he carried his jab very low, but he had
what were you asking?
Jab too.
We're early in the fight.
Jab. His jab was better than. This is round two.
He was smart. Archie was smart. You slipped just now. He just slipped. He's down there low. And you got to remember, he's older than this kid. He's way older than him and whipping this dude butt.
Well,
go ahead.
He's 42 years old.
Okay.
Wow. Mind blowing by today's standards.
Well, the thing is that I'll be looking back on some videos, and the thing is that I keep my defense up. I keep me in block and stuff like that. He's a great boxer, a great champion. You got to give him respect. I was in his presence, and I was overwhelmed, man. Archie Moore. You know. Go ahead.
Fighter, but that works. Every boxer has to incorporate what works for them, their body. You know, somebody can't. A lot of people, which I'm sure.
On the mic, kiss that microphone. We're missing your valuable.
I'm sure you've seen this a million times. A lot of people, you know, they come in and they want to do the alley shuffle and they get knocked out. You know, because they're not Muhammad Ali. You know, period. You know, you sparred with him. You know. So, and a lot of these kids coming around today, I mean, these are amateurs trying to do a little shuffle here and there, and then they want to, try to do the rope a dope and all this, and half the people don't even know what a rope a dope is.
Well, the rope-a-dope was something that it was really amusing that he would do it because he wanted the crowd to see that he could block punches and make people make them look bad and stuff, make an opponent look bad and everything. And it was
He
entertainment.
didn't do.
The rope-a-dope was entertainment. That's all. I wouldn't sit there and let somebody keep
It
hitting
wasn't
me
a
like
rope a
that.
dope.
No,
Huh?
no,
It
no.
wasn't rope a dope, Tim.
Mm-mm.
What you mean? What you mean?
It's laying on the ropes is not rope a dope. It's what
No, no,
you have to
no,
come off the ropes. You back into the ropes and you come off fighting. That
no,
what he
no.
did, what Muhammad Ali did, was not rope a dope. And
Yeah,
Archie was
he laid
very
on the
emphatic on
rope.
that.
Well, let me
Very
explain. Let me
emphatic.
explain what I
He
felt.
did not like when people say he.
The rope a dope, right, was when he laid on the ropes and nobody could hit him with his hands like this.
That's not a rope a dope.
No,
That's
that's
not a
what the
rope a
rope a
dope.
dope was. That was
No,
the rope
but
a dope.
that's not that's not the original rope a dope.
That's what
Which
Okay,
people
tell me,
called
tell
what
me
he
what it
did.
was. Tell me what it was.
so the rope a dope is, yes, when you go into the ropes, but you come off the ropes fighting. You do not sit there and take a billion punches from Foreman
That's
or
what the rope a
Frazier.
dope. That's
No,
what the
it's
rope a dope
not.
was. When you sit
That's
there
what
and let
y'all
them hit
think.
you and let you hit
No, you
you.
don't let people hit you. No, no time in boxing.
Sugar Ray
Th-
Robinson did the rope a dope.
There you
Archie
go.
Moore could do the rope a dope. There were a couple other people,
But you have
but
to
it
Kid
wasn't just
Chocolate.
sitting there either
Kid
being hit or
Chocolate
avoiding
did the
punches.
rope a
It's
dope.
what you did coming off the ropes.
Yes, coming off
Okay,
the rope. Kid
okay. Let me say
Chocolate.
Kid
this. Let me
chocolate,
give me
right? I
10
couldn't think of
seconds. Give
him,
me
but
10 seconds.
yeah,
The
Go
rope.
ahead.
Let me give me 10 seconds. The rope a dope was when you lay on the ropes and let somebody keep throwing punches and you don't get hit, and they are called a dope because they're using all their thing and you're not getting hit. That's the rope a dope. Look at this dude. He's dumb. He throwing all the punches and I was around the Ali. And that's
no,
when that
Tim,
was the rope
Tim,
a dope. You're a dummy for throwing all them punches. You ain't getting no hits. In.
Tim.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's what I thought it was.
No,
No, that's what it was. Yeah,
he called that the rope a dope.
But
huh?
he
He
didn't
called
get
that
it.
the
Rope a
rope a
dope
dope.
was because you can't hit
No,
him with his hands like
He,
this.
he didn't even call it the rope a dope. He did not call it the rope a dope. Go back to Ray
You gotta give
Robinson.
me one of my gummies, Paul. I gotta send you one of my gummies.
Go go down and look at Kid Chocolate. Do a rope a dope. Go to
But did
Sugar
they
Ray
call it?
Robinson.
Did they
Those
call it
are
the rope a dope? Didn't Ali coin the phrase?
no,
Did they?
no.
They called it rope a dope back in the
Ali
50s.
called it the rope a dope. They called it
Okay,
that.
Ali could call it what he
look. Can
want to
I just
call
say
it.
one thing?
What I'm saying is Sugar Ray Robinson, they were calling it the rope a dope back then. Kid Chocolate,
Okay.
they were calling it the rope a dope back then. The
I never
whole
heard it. I never heard it
I
mentioned
didn't
back
know
then.
that.
okay, but
That's
because
cool.
obviously you're not in tune to boxing history. You have to go back. You can't say boxing started in the 70s or
No.
or the late 60s. It didn't. It just
I,
didn't.
I learn every day, and especially with you, I'm learning like I was in freaking 10th grade. But
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's like, and it's not just
but
because
no,
it's
it's
my dad.
interesting to me. I never heard that term mentioned, and even reading my Ring magazines from the
Until
40s.
Ali. Until Ali.
I mean,
No,
the
it's
style.
not until Ali. Ray Robinson was before Ali. Kid
I'm a
Chocolate
boxing
was before them.
Jay, Jay, Jay.
Yeah,
I'm a boxing outsider.
I get it.
I can throw
Yeah.
a jab. I haven't experienced boxing, so when I say that, uh, because Archie Moore said that's not the rope a dope. The rope a dope, you back into the rope, and you come out. You have a strategy. You're looking to inflict, damage coming off the ropes.
I don't
It
have
is
no.
not. Everybody. The phrase probably never came up in non-boxing circles.
I
So what
don't have
everybody thinks is what Ali did was the rope a dope. No, it was
$25.
called that, but that's not doing the rope a dope. it's an
I would
it,
love to see in writing where somebody
that's
called
all,
that Ali. I'd like to see where somebody called it the rope a dope. That's all. I mean,
I thought the rope dope was when you get your hand here and you can't get through, and you a
that's.
dummy for trying to keep
I
hitting.
thought Ali invented this in Zaire,
Me
Africa, against
too.
George Foreman.
Me
But
too.
I'm learning. I just learned something. I just
Me,
learned it's been used a
yeah, I
long
learned.
time.
Yeah, somebody before that probably. That's where Ali got it from, I guess.
We know now.
Yeah, he got it from Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay.
We know now. Let's let's bring this historic fight back up again, just to because I mean this is just an honor. 66 years ago, I kind of 66 was a pretty good year for me. I got a lot less aches and pains when I was 66 than I do when I'm 69. But here we go, man. What round are we in? We're early in the fight. We're still, I think, in the maybe the third round. Not too sure because we haven't been totally on topic here. But man, this is okay. Rounds end. Let's see. Friday night at the fights, Mills
well
Lane
the,
night.
the next real highlight comes in the fifth round, after Archie's been knocked down for the fourth time, really the third, because that second knockdown in the first round was a slip. But what happens in between rounds was remarkable. So I won't tip you off at that. I'll wait until it comes. But that's by the third, fourth round, he had begun to reestablish himself. I mean, tremendous recuperative powers. And it's only because, look, this man's 42 years old, but he is never out of shape. He may be overweight, but he takes off as much as, I think, 35 pounds.
35
What is
pounds
overweight? What is overweight?
for
Over
Archie. What's over?
175.
In between,
Okay.
his discipline was incredible. So we still in round three here? I'm not sure.
The round numbers aren't popping up, and I thought I found a copy of this in color, and I even sent the guy an email who had the site, and he said, "Sure, you can use it. Just mention my name." And I said, "Yeah, no problem." But it was only highlights, so I
Yeah,
just
it's no, they colorized that. This was definitely black and white because they didn't have color in those
exactly.
days.
Yeah. He colorized a bunch of stuff on his, and he even colorized the second fight in its full, but he didn't colorize the first one.
Yeah. So
Amazing what they.
basically, so Tim, he's been down on the canvas. How many times, Paul? 3 times so far?
Officially 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, three.
Yeah, he's been on the canvas 3 times in the first round.
Okay. Defense got to be. Shania, bring the cord.
How old is your daughter?
She's 14. She just turned 14. I had her ever since. I went to England and got her and brought her here.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to England and brought her here when she was like 8 months. Go
oh
get the
wow, that's
go get the
beautiful.
thing, the cord.
She sang national anthem at a boxing event I went
Yeah,
to a couple of years ago.
Really? Oh, that's
Beautiful
yeah.
job.
great.
But I got
How old
five
are you?
daughters. I got a daughter that's 45, and I got a daughter that's like 37, then 34,
Uh
and
huh.
yeah, then I got a son that's 40.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a son. He's really nice kid too.
Uh huh. That's good. Does he box? Train a little?
He did fight real quick. He did fight, but he hurt his shoulder. He was fighting, and his shoulder came out. This head
Oh,
came out, and he slapped it back in and started fighting, and he won the fight, but he had to get it sold, and his career ended like that. He was like 9-2. Nine. No, wait a
wow.
minute. He was like 12 wins and like 2 losses. What?
Okay.
He, he's making a comeback though.
Yeah, I know he's doing some stuff. I just came from his gym and everything, training and everything. So, all right, let's get with Archie. Come on. Let's get with him. I'm keeping my hands a little tighter because them guys back then they could punch and some of them could punch now.
So and
But I'm looking at his style and I'm keeping my hands close to my body, close to my face. But they knew the tricks.
Oh,
Woohoo! Oh, he hit.
oh! What round is this, Paul? The knockdown.
5th round. Okay.
Fifth
Fifth
round.
round knockdown.
This is 5.
Oh,
This is the
oh,
fifth
I
round.
a jam.
You better
Look at
you
this.
better go
Watch
get the
this,
cord.
Tim.
Go look for it. All right, let this thing die. Let this thing die. You're gonna be in trouble.
And I'm not sure you can see
All right, you watch.
it in between rounds, but Doc Kearns, his
Excuse me,
advisor,
everybody. I gotta look for
a lot
the
of his
cord.
big fights. He said, "Keep standing," and he told Archie that your wife is sitting behind Yvon Durelle, so why don't you wave to her? And Durelle, after he knocked him down, and it really took a lot of the air out of Durelle. I mean, he got a little bit discouraged. He admitted after the fight. He said, "What the hell is going on here? I knocked the guy down, and he's smiling and waving at me."
Say that again, because I think your microphone cut out while you're saying
Yeah,
that.
it did. So basically what happened was um, Dad was just, you know, he was sitting on in his corner in between rounds, and so Doc Kearns told him, keep standing," and he was bone tired, and he said the only reason why he was continuing the fight was because he kept thinking about his daughters in the hotel, and he didn't want to embarrass them. So Doc Gurn says, "Well, then wave at Joan. She's over there behind Darrell's corner." So he waved and smiled. Now Darrell is like, "Why is he waving and smiling at me? I done knocked this man down 3 times, and he's clowning me." Now you know good and well anybody that's on your team, especially your wife, is sitting behind you, not your opponent. So it
Wow.
was a trick to make Darrell think that Dad was fully okay. So it psyched him out.
The man was just a cerebral fighter. That's the title that I would give him.
Yeah.
The cerebral assassin. Because
Yeah, that's a good one.
he was all but ready for the
Well, he wouldn't like the term assassin to be attached to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little dramatic. But
Bruce, people are asking me, they want to come on, get in the chat of your show. I need a link
just
to.
go to YouTube, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. I don't know what else to say. Is this from Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can tell them to go over to YouTube, because or even on Facebook. This is being broadcast on Facebook. Just go and sign up go to my Facebook page, and you can get right on it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go to your Facebook and try to pull these people that keep asking me.
All right, because it's open to the public on Facebook.
Yeah,
Anybody
that's
can.
what I was at. Oh my goodness. I have
Yeah,
all these people.
on the chat that I sent you, you could have just clicked share and Facebook.
No, it
and
makes you
everything.
sign, it makes you create an account. I tried that.
Oh, shit, we don't want that. But anyway, look, both of these guys still are going full blown against each other. Terrible Tim back again.
I've been back.
You were muted. What happened?
My cord. I didn't have my cord on there, and the computer battery was low.
I got you.
Okay, now I'm going to share it.
Okay. But
Tim, it's a real honor to meet you and to be on a show with you. I mean, we got boxing royalty. With the
Yes,
exception of
thank you.
Hey,
Bruce and me, we have
Thank you, man. It's like every day, you know what I mean? You got to cherish every day. I love everybody. I just wish the world get better. I have no
indeed.
time to be having problems with anybody because we got to take care of the children. All that stuff that's going on. Come on, man. I just want everybody to love each other, man. But it's hard. It's hard. And it's not going to happen during my time. I don't know. I might be around your same age, around your age, but I'll be 67 in a couple of weeks, and I can't. The things that happen, man, is just making me feel good about the rest of my. I'm not going to argue and fight. I only got look. I'm 60. I'm 66. I'll be 67. Look, man, it's about love now. I don't care about all this fighting, all this stuff. Let's try to do really good, man. So that's what I'm looking for now. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to keep arguing with nobody. All this crazy stuff is going on.
hey,
Take care of the children. That's all I'm concerned about. I got 14 grandkids and I got 5 girls and 1
count your
boy.
blessings.
Yeah, I love
Count your
you, man. I
blessings.
love everybody.
Wow.
I love everybody. I have no time for hatred.
nope. We have good times on here. Me and Tim talk on here all the time, Paul. You got to join us more often, man. And
Yes.
Tim, his channel, just bring that history in there. I love it. I know Tim loves it because he's got a million things to do, and he just drops his time and comes on here because he knows it's nothing but love here, love of boxing, and then we got the royalty herself over here, the first lady of boxing, man.
I
mean,
can't
shit.
believe it. I can't believe it. We in here.
It's appreciated.
Yes, man. I'm just having fun. That's all.
Oh yeah, you guys are giving me big heads, and hey, my wife thinks I'm a big shot in boxing now. I mean,
I'm on the podcast with Archie Moore's daughter. Ain't
You're
that
not a
something?
little shot.
Huh?
no, not a little shot at all.
Lady
I have,
Mongoose.
I have
Lady
the mongoose.
Mongoose.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. The lady mon. I love that. That's beautiful. And I had spent time with the great Archie Moore. I was with him. I was around him. Here I am, 2-time heavyweight champ of the world. But I was around somebody great, and I have so much respect for him and his daughter.
Well,
Yep.
thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh man.
But I will argue with you about those skills, though. Some of them.
So what
Hey
gym
man, we
are
can
you
do a
at?
side by side screen someday, and you guys can go back and forth, showing the intricacy of your style, and Tim can show you how he would correct it. That would be a beautiful show right there.
Well,
See, here's,
what
go
what
ahead.
gym are you at, Tim?
What gym?
Yeah.
My son has a gym, and I go there sometimes and help him with like teach some of his boxers, and
Uh-huh.
I go to this LA Fitness and I work out. I had a lot of
Uh-huh.
opportunities, but when COVID hit, a lot of things
Yeah.
went downhill. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Archie coming back.
Oh, Archie dropped him.
Yep.
Oh, Durelle tried to throw that sneaky right hand, catch Archie coming in too.
No, they called him the fighting fisherman, Tim, because he was a fisherman. But
Oh.
yeah, so because of well, I'll let you see this part.
Well, they eat that fish, man. That fish is
Oh,
very.
there's a tragic story about the village that he lived in too. I'm sure Paul knows more about that than I do.
What?
Well, yeah,
Uh,
because he caught fish with his hands. And
no, but a tsunami wave wiped out his village that he lived in, killed 34 fishermen.
Wow.
And he was on the road boxing at the time. He felt
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Canada.
A village in Nova
Montacon.
Scotia. A village in Nova Scotia. And like I said, it was
St. Anne's Bay. He's
it
from
was hit
St.
with a
Anne's Bay.
tsunami. Yep, and it was hit with some kind of a
She
tsunami
know
in
everything.
1959, and 34 sailors lost their lives.
Wow. Okay.
Like almost half the
Tim?
town.
Yes.
Archie Moore lives right now,
That's
because
right. His
no
daughter's
person
right there.
better embodies. Right. And no one was closer to him. And my gosh. You
Oh
talk to
man,
Jamie
that's
Marie Moore,
cool.
she tells you stories about her father. It's like
Yeah,
scenes from a movie. The
I just
man's
noticed.
entire life
Yeah, I just noticed that he
was
was a real nice
unbelievable.
guy. Go ahead, go ahead, finish up.
Everybody
Oh
loved
no,
him.
what
Nobody
I was
didn't
saying
like
that
Archie Moore.
yeah, what I was saying that so Yvon Durelle, because being a fisherman and working around the salt water, it made his hands huge,
The Bron,
huge.
yeah.
So his fists were probably second to Sonny Liston. His hands were huge. So, but that's
Wow.
how one of the things that he did, you know, um, and he used it as part of his repertoire in training.
Mm, I didn't care what they had, what size. It's just that where them punches land and the defense, he could be big and stronger than me, but if he didn't have the skills I had, he was in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, Archie Moore
That's why they call the sport
he
boxing.
actually won a version. He won a version of the heavyweight championship of the world, the Nevada heavyweight. It was recognized by Nevada State.
Because wasn't he light heavyweight first?
Yeah, yeah, middleweight,
Oh,
light
right.
heavyweight, and
Okay.
Yeah,
he
he held the light heavyweight championship longer than any man in history,
Wow. Okay.
and never let it go.
Wow, that is beautiful. Okay. Because I
And
sparred
not
with
only,
Matthew Saab Muhammad. I
Yeah,
sparred
I
with
know
Eddie
him.
Mustafa.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I know all those
did you ever
guys.
spar? Did you ever spar with Bobby Foster? Or is that before your time?
Whoa, Bob Foster. Whoa.
Y-
I
Uh,
never did, but I met him. No, Bob Foster. I would at my young age, he might have caught me with that right hand. Bob Foster. Okay.
Dad trained him, Tim.
Huh?
Dad trained Bob Foster too.
Oh, right. Okay. Archie Moore. That's the man.
mm,
Yes, it's not many champions that can also train. You know that.
You're right
You
about
know.
that. You're right
You
about
you
that.
think of some of the greatest champions in the world, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, they can't train boxers. They
Listen,
can't.
she on time. She is on time. I bet no, I'm serious. There's a lot
Yeah,
of look, Floyd Mayweather is the best,
Floyd.
but I guarantee you he cannot teach. He can't.
Right.
I'm telling you, I seen
Exactly.
some of
And
the
it's no
I love the
diss.
brother.
Yep. It's
Right.
no diss. They just can't. It
I
takes a
love the brother,
whole
right?
different acumen for that.
It is. I love him, but I know for a fact I've seen him doing some videos, and I said, "Wow, he can fight, but he can't show his boxers the stuff that he's doing." I'm telling you, maybe a little bit, but when you need some real serious
I
stuff,
almost want to stop that and
you,
repeat that.
That part, Tim.
she's right. She is right, 100%.
No, I want to stop that part and repeat it because that was like an exchange that they had with each other. I'll bring it up again, but
Okay.
you guys are having some amazing exchanges between each other yourselves. So
I
I
gotta
didn't
cook
want to.
Shania some food. I gotta
I
cook
didn't
Okay.
some
want to.
food. How many minutes? How long we gonna be on?
Tim, you got the reign of this place. You come and go as you like, brother.
You
But I'm enjoying myself with these beautiful people here. I love this, man. Hey,
This is as addicting as a drug coming in here, man. Last night, Jamie Lee
hold up on that. Hold up.
hours
Wait a
and she
minute.
come back again. Well, in a good way. In a good way. You get the metaphor though.
that.
You
Let's hear
know,
a lot more about
uh,
Archie. Come on.
Archie was
He created.
a very successful heavyweight. You know,
What?
I think he was the only boxer in history to ever be rated number one in middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight divisions.
Wow.
And he had a remarkable record against heavyweights. He lost to Rocky Marciano, he lost
Okay.
to Floyd Patterson, he lost to Cassius Clay, and
Eddie,
but those are really the only three heavyweights that ever beat him. In 1962, I'm not sure if he had just turned 46 or if it was just before his 46th birthday. Archie fought the number 4 heavyweight contender in Ring Magazine, Alejandro Lavarante,
Yeah.
from Argentina.
Okay.
Patterson was champ. Liston was number one. I think Machin was number two, and Zora Foley was number three. Alejandro Lavarante was number four, and he got the beating of his life. They had to carry him out of the ring, and two
Daddy.
fights later, he went into a coma.
Wow.
Yeah, if you watch that fight, you'll see the referee and Archie helping him to his corner, and his manager wouldn't take him to the hospital to get him checked out. Would not take him to the hospital to get checked out. His very next fight was against Cassius Clay. He got knocked out. And then he fought a journeyman in his next fight and got knocked out in the 6th round, went into a coma, and never came out of it. So my point of bringing this up is that almost 46 years old, he is highly competitive as a heavyweight. He thrashes the number 4 heavyweight who just beat the number 3 heavyweight, Zora Foley, who was a very fine fighter. So it's, George came back, George Foreman came back, won the title at 45, but he was not at the same skill level, anywhere near, I think, the same skill level he was when he won the title the first time.
Archie was a
never
better
stopped
boxer.
fighting.
Archie was a better boxer.
Oh, he was a master boxer. Oh, he's a master boxer. Against Marciano, he won. I think he avoided 39 punches in a row.
Wow.
I mean, who does that? Who does that? And he thought all the time, if something wasn't working, he'd try something else.
Wait a minute.
What was the biggest Archie ever fought at as a heavyweight? What was his heaviest?
I think he fought at like 206.
Yeah, see
he fought
that's
Pete Rademacher, who fought for the heavyweight title.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a gold medalist.
Well, but when you're, yeah, and I mean he outgrew light heavyweight. He outgrew it. When he fought Marciano, he said, "I'm not going to fight at light heavyweight anymore," because he fully expected to beat Rocky. And when he didn't, he realized he had to go back down and defend the title. But he fought a lot of heavyweights along the way. I think he beat 7 or 8. Well, yeah. I mean, the only two things, the things I'm interested in are the heavyweight division and the light heavyweight division. And the people I'm most interested in is Ali and Liston and Archie and Bob Foster.
Wow.
But I like those two divisions because they're easy to compare a lot more than
I respect the word you're saying because you was there. You was there. You knew. I love that to hear stuff like that. I was boxing.
Yeah, well, it's just research,
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
I remember.
Hey Bruce, I'm sorry, everybody. I gotta cook because Shania hungry.
Hey, brother.
We went to. I'm sorry. I went to the gym today. I went to the gym and everything. She was sick earlier. Now she's feeling a little bit better. And I got to go cook food. I've been a dad for all my kids. I know I was a bad boy. No, I wasn't bad. I just didn't know about. I got other children too, but I always never left my children. I'm always close to them and everything. I could have lived in different parts of the world, but no, I want to be near my kids until they get 21 and stuff like that. So Shania's she's from England, and I went and got her, brought her here, and I've been cooking and cleaning and everything because it wasn't her fault, So I got to cook dinner. I got to cook. So I went to the gym. Let's have this again, please, because I would love to get on and talk with everybody. Okay, but I just I cook some food.
Yeah, you know what, Tim? Go ahead and cook for your daughter because you see how I am about my dad.
Okay. What did you say?
I said, you see how I am about my dad? She will be that way about you.
Oh, okay.
And that's what you want. That's the golden cookie.
Yes, I appreciate it, and looking
You're
forward
so
to.
welcome.
Listen, I'm looking forward to working with you guys. I'm gonna go cook her some. I haven't eaten beef or pork for 50 years.
Oh wow.
Chicken and fish for 5. And she hasn't eaten. All she ate beef, She hasn't eaten pork all her life, but she was eating beef and chicken. But I'm getting her off of that. I want to get her on the right things. But she hungry now. I'm gonna go cook. Is that
Okay.
okay, guys? Is that all right?
All right. Thank you for
And,
coming in.
no, thank you. And hey, I would
Good.
love to be on with you guys again because you're
Okay.
really good
Sounds
people.
good.
I love you guys. I
Let's
love
do
you.
it.
Yes. Okay, Bruce. I'm getting ready to go and cook her some food. And I rushed home because I knew you was having this show. I rushed home. We went to the gym, and I had to do some other stuff. I
This
said,
guy is beautiful.
"Let me
This,
come back
this,
here."
is, this is a beautiful man. This is one
Yeah,
beautiful.
but listen, I rushed back here, and I put the food in the refrigerator, and so we can talk. And I knew that Jay was coming on, but I didn't know that Paul, right? Is it
Yeah,
Paul?
that's Paul
Yeah.
Gallander. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Paul.
didn't know that. So I really had a good time, and I really appreciate you guys. Please come on and together
We will talk
again.
again.
Yes,
Okay, sounds
yes, I
good.
appreciate it. Thank you. Okay,
Okay, have a good evening. Happy
okay.
holidays.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm gonna cook some happy holidays. What's the holiday? Oh,
It's
Christmas.
Couple of
it's the
weeks,
holiday
man.
season.
Okay, so Bruce, just set it up, and I'm coming back on. I love you guys, and thank you for having me on. I'm gonna go ready to go cook for my baby, and y'all and keep in touch with me. Okay.
Okay, we
All
will.
right. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Got that. I love that man. I've probably done 50 shows with him, and
Wow.
it just gets better and better. And he's such a sweetheart. And like I said earlier,
Yeah, really.
I sent him a text a half hour before we went on. I said, "Hey, I got some pretty good people coming on here tonight. You want to come on?" And boom, that's that's not only that's more than a friend. That's like I met him in person. I had breakfast with him and his daughter, and oh man, he's just he's the best. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, man. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Thank you for inviting him. Pleasure to meet him.
let's, let's bring this scrap up again. We're we're almost at the end. We're in round number 10.
But this is a great fight to watch.
I know. We should watch it right from the beginning, but we've been on here for an hour and a half already, and people have very short attention spans on YouTube too. See, I can go see the average view
Yep.
time when it show's over, and you get about 5-6 minutes, and you get 100 people coming watching you. So it's weird, but I'm seeing the same people. They've been in here for the whole show, and I'm lucky. I've got the greatest guests that come on my. I don't even want to call it a show. Just come in my living room and talk some boxing and educate us. It's just so cool. I love it.
Well, I love it. I can talk boxing all night. That's my thing.
We're gonna take up a collection and get you a new phone so we can get that microphone of yours cleared up.
Oh, it's because I keep driving.
No, it's you get into the right position and you're crystal clear. But it looks like Archie's ready to pick them apart right here.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great thing also. He's a fit.
There we go again.
Yeah, the great thing also
Yeah,
about
we'll have to
the
correct that.
mongoose is he's a finisher.
Oh yes, he smells blood on the water and look out.
Yeah, he's a finisher.
Yep, I've seen that in several boxes. Not that many, but the ones that I have it. Oh, you never forget it. It's like boom. You see that?
There you go.
Kill. That's it. Yep. No
That's
mercy.
it. That's
No mercy.
it.
Yeah, he said you can't be a great fighter unless you're a great finisher.
That's right.
So there'll be 2 more knockdowns. This is round 11. This is the end.
Oh, even Durelle got a nice left hook in there.
This
Oh
fight
yeah,
also,
Durrell's a good fighter.
at least on the official statistics, he went into this fight. Yeah, Archie went into this fight tied with young Stribling for the most knockouts, 126. So he broke the record on during this fight.
D1, appreciate you stopping here. And the Angry White Man, thank you much, brother. That's it.
Whew.
It's a wrap.
And look at Archie. Archie wants to hug him more than he's the fight's over. Time to thank each other that we're still alive. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Camaraderie going on here.
Bruce, Bruce, you want to know the kind of guy Archie Moore was? Okay, after the fight, a restaurant hosted him and his entire party. And Archie stands up, clinks his glass, and said, "It wouldn't have been a great fight without my opponent, Yvon Durelle." He got a standing ovation. Um, and Archie meant that. He meant every word of it. He respected that guy for doing what he did. I mean, just for getting in the ring with him. Fighters respect, but he introduced him to everybody, and that was a pretty savage beating that he inflicted on him. And they were good friends. They were good friends for the rest of their lives.
And then the irony that yesterday was the anniversary of his death, and today the anniversary of his greatest fight, most exciting fight. I don't know what tag we could put on it, but just a fight that people are talking about it 66 years later.
Yeah.
Not too many.
Thing is, we'll have to meet again because on the 17th is the anniversary of the light heavyweight championship of the world against Joey Maxim, the one
Oh,
he waited 15 years for a shot at the title.
15 years for a shot at the title.
And that's on the 17th of this month.
Wow. This is Archie Moore month.
Yeah, that's a good one. We might have to do that.
Oh, all you have to do is just give me the word, and
Yeah.
I can put something up like this in a second. It's just it's a cool thing, and we can get the kinks out too, so the all of your followers on YouTube can see the same show, and Paul's
Yeah.
followers.
So, yeah, I don't have a lot of followers. I only have
No,
like
me
maybe
neither.
5,500, you
Ha!
know. So, no, I know I don't have followers
I
either.
only have a couple of. I'm lucky if I hit 2,000. I'm floating at that mark, but it
Well,
doesn't
I
matter.
mean, compared to other celebrities that have millions and things like that, or hundreds of thousands, but no, I appreciate them all, and I like to give them, a opening and a bird's eye view into, my life and how my life was. And I think it would be a good thing if maybe we meet on the 17th on that Joey Maxim fight. It's online as well, and basically talk about what happened and how he actually got the shot at the title. Tell those stories behind it. Waiting 15 years and things like that, and what it was like, and who he fought, and where he went. In between, and in between these 15 years.
Oh yeah, man. How many fights did he
I
have
mean,
when he first got a title
he
shot?
didn't just sit around. you
No.
know,
How many fights did he have when he finally got a title shot?
Paulie, you don't. Do you know that?
I think it was 170.
Yeah, I was gonna
170.
say one.
I
Yeah.
believe it was right around 170.
Unbelievable. Definitely the setup for another show. Absolutely. On the 17th, 1 week from today. Hey, I got nothing better to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Nothing.
get a few people on
Me neither.
on the panel. Tim, maybe Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, just a few, some other some more, Leon, of course, Leon Muhammad, and get a nice panel. We could chop it up.
For sure. For sure. And Paul, maybe you can come back again too, my brother.
Oh yeah, that would be great. I thought he was automatically coming back.
Of course.
Great, man. Great. I got a whole week to arrange it. So damn,
Yeah.
I feel like Bella the ball over here. I'll have to make sure we have hors d'oeuvres and
Well, I can't see all the guests that are here, but I thank you so
It's
very much. And in my dad's honor, it is an honor for y'all to honor him because he did everything for his fans. So we really appreciate that.
I mean, if you could see how the inside of me is smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate Archie Moore. It really is.
Well, I think the next time you see me, I'm gonna have an Archie Moore shirt on.
Okay. Oh, I was
after
going to
every
show you my
fight,
shirt, Bruce.
after
I
every
was going to
fight,
show you my shirt. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Paul. Go ahead, Paul.
you
Paul, you're breaking up.
oh, I was just going to say after every fight. Oh, okay.
Stan, you froze right now.
Well, the
Now you
first thing he would
froze.
ask,
Uh-huh.
was it a good
Did the
fight?
fans
Did
enjoy it?
people
That's the
enjoy it?
first thing he
After
would
every
say.
fight, he would say that.
Did the fans enjoy it?
That
And
is.
that's what was
That was,
important to
which
him.
is
It
remarkable.
wasn't even the win, which was
Yeah.
interesting. It was the sportsmanship that he had.
Fighters today should think like that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we could say a lot about that.
Well, I mean, legacy. You know, Leon explained a little bit of it to me last night about the business side of boxing, where certain fighters demand a certain amount of money, and you know, you can't pay both fighters that amount of money. And I don't think guys like Archie cared about that. I think they just want to action, fight the best, stay active, climb those rankings, and win that title. And 86 Boxing, thank you so much for that $2 donation, brother. That's going to go
and
into
and
my
and you look at it this way. I mean, my dad fought for $10 a round.
$10 a round. So if he went on there and had first round knockout, he only got a sawbuck.
That's right.
Wow.
You
How
know,
times have changed.
and
How
we'll
time,
talk more about the purse. We'll talk about his purses, and especially the one on the Joy Maxim fight coming up.
on the
That's
17th.
on the 17th. So we can
Absolutely.
go ahead and put that out and advertise that, and you
Same
know,
time, same bat station.
same Bat channel. You know, he was on Batman too, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
Oh,
story behind that as well. There's a
oh,
story.
well,
Yeah.
we're gonna try to keep the microphone on you that night. So make sure that mic is working. Give it a couple of dry runs, and you know, and
Yeah.
instead
It's never not worked before. I
of
don't know what the
starting
problem
myself, we
is,
got
but
Paul over here, man, to make sure we fact check everything we say, man. We don't want no BS over here. And I feel my boxing IQ
Yeah.
go up every time I talk to Paul
See,
and you. So, Paul, want to say
I'll
goodbye
see you
over
guys
there?
next week.
All
yeah,
right, man. And anybody wants to do themselves a favor, Paul Gallander's got a book on Sonny Liston. Check that out. I'm going to put that in the description of this show, so you can just click it. You go to Amazon and get the
Thank you.
book. So, man, shout out to my brother Paul Gallagher for coming on here, and J. Marie Moore, the First Lady of Boxing. Thank you so much, sister. Next week we'll see you all here again for Archie Moore. My brother World Combat Sports is out there, man. Shout out to him, man. Thanks for coming by, brother. I don't know. Anybody else have anything to say? Because not me. I'm going to go put my dog outside, kiss my wife, and troll her on YouTube for the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody,
See you
again.
guys.
Thank you, Paulie. I really appreciate that.
Peace out.
Bye bye.
My pleasure.